A gang of criminals and corrupt cops make plans to pull off their biggest heist yet across town. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Triple Nine. It's a 2016 movie. This is currently number 5 on Netflix's top 10 list. This movie has an all-star cast. I mean, we get Chiwetel Ejiofor, Norman Reedus, Woody Harrelson, Kate Winslet, Gal Gadot, Chris Affleck. I mean, that's just to name a few people. There's so many more people in this. This is an all-star cast. This movie was good for me. I liked it. The opening moments of the movie, we get to see Chiwetel, who's played by whose character is Michael. We get to see him with Norman Reedus and Aaron Paul making plans for a heist. They're sitting in a car in an empty parking lot. It's a theme with most movies nowadays. You got to open up an empty parking lot in a car. So, I kind of chuckled at that part. But we also get to meet Detective Jeffrey, who's played by Woody Harrelson in this. And this character was good. Woody Harrelson played a really good detective in this. It was, I actually liked it. He's investigating the robbery, so he's trying to piece together why the robbers took what they did. And the heist in the beginning is good. We can see that Michael and his team are highly coordinated, and everything goes according to plan until one of the robbers gets greedy, and that's when the plan goes wrong when they're on their escape. Everything seems to go downhill from there. And after the heist is over with, we get to see Irina, who's the head of the Russian mob. She's played by Kate Winslet, and Kate Winslet was really good. She played a ruthless character who didn't care about anything but what she wanted. Her accent was a little off. I mean, I know some people will nitpick that, but I didn't. For me, it was fine because I really can't tell a really bad accent from a good one most of the time, unless it's really, really bad. But, she did a really good job in this part. And she tells Michael him and his crew are not going to get paid until they do one more job. So we get to see that Michael and his crew are in bed with the Russian mob, and they're trying to get out. And they can't seem to do it because they keep getting blackmailed into doing more work for them. And we also see Michael has a son that Irina is using as leverage. But, Michael refuses to do the second job because he wants to get paid for the first job. He doesn't want to keep doing this stuff. And that decision leads to deadly consequences for his crew, for like him and his crew. So that really right there hits home how much they're really not going to get away from these guys. And at that point, everything like hits the fan, and it's all downhill for Michael and his crew at that point. We get to see, people, have breakdowns, go through moral dilemmas. It's really kind of cool. This is a story-driven movie more than it is an action movie. We get to see Marcus, who's played by Anthony Mackie, get a new partner, Chris, who's played by Casey Affleck. So I thought this dynamic was really good. There's tension between the two, and you can really tell, but they're really polar opposites. Chris is the typical good guy who's there, to make a difference, and he actually states that to Jeffrey, Woody Harrelson's character, that he wants to make a difference, and that's what he's going to do. And Woody Harrelson's character is like, no, get that right out of your head. You need to out-monster the monsters so you can get home to your family every night. He's like, get that whole notion of doing good and making a difference right out of your head. So I thought that was a really good exchange between those two characters as well. And we get to see good cops, bad cops, and we also get to see people trying to do the right thing for once in their life. And I thought that was really kind of cool. And the ending of this movie, I mean, I I was like, wow, what is going on? There was so many twists and turns that were good. You do see some of them coming, but there's others that you don't see coming. And I found myself saying, that's awesome, and yes, like, yes, a couple of times throughout the whole ending of it. Because I was just like, wait, what just happened? Like, wow, that's crazy. Didn't see that coming. So this movie, again, I thought was good. The effects in this were good. There are a couple of shootout scenes that weren't bad. There's really not a huge amount that happens during those. So, again, they were just like a couple of the shootout scenes. And they also used explosives throughout the movie. I think the best scene where they used explosives was in towards the end where they blew off a guy's foot with it. So I thought that was kind of cool. But my favorite explosion scene came towards the end after Michael had completed the second job. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I was like, yes, oh, good job. I was like, yeah, I was excited about that one. That one was my favorite out of all of them. The music and the sound effects were actually good in this. I had no issues with them. I wasn't turning up the volume up and down like I did with Ava last night. I did a review on that one as well. That was a good movie. So this actually translated from the theater over to, like DVD format quite well. The music, again, I didn't turn up the volume. I didn't turn it down for parts, so that was good. The acting in this, I liked the acting. I thought it was good. I thought everybody did a good job with their characters. Woody Harrelson plays Detective Jeffrey, who's basically a drunk when he's off duty. He does drugs, which I was like, yeah, that I could see that happening because of Woody Harrelson's character, and he traps people into giving them the information he wants and stuff. So I thought he did a really good job because he's kind of a bad cop, but he's not. He's doing the stuff to get results. That's the kind of cop he plays. Chiwetel plays Michael, and he plays a guy who's in bed with the Russian mob because he has a son with the leader's sister, and he's trying to get out. But every time he tries, he's like, one more job. But it's always one more job after that. So he really can't seem to get out because he's trying to see his son. And they're using his son to keep him doing what they want. So we really get to see that. And, he did a really good job. Again, the acting, overall was good, I thought. There's like a whole range of emotions everybody goes through. From, breakdowns to happy to sad, to doing just drugs and things, which is really good. Casey Affleck, he plays Chris, and he does a really good job at that, too. He plays basically the Boy Scout. He wants to do what's right, again, and he does it. He doesn't compromise, which I thought was extremely good. This whole movie again was story driven. It had a few explosions and scenes and a few shootout scenes. Other than that, though, it was straight story driven, which I thought made this movie good. There isn't a lot of movies that really have fully story driven plots to them, and some of the ones that are out there are good. Some of the ones aren't. It really all depends, though. But this one I thought was a good one. I would give this at least a 7 out of 10. There were some scenes, of course, that weren't really that well done. or weren't really relevant to the movie, but there were very few of those at all. Everything flowed pretty good as far as I could see. So, yeah, this whole movie was good. I liked it. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the movie, if you've seen it, haven't seen it yet, what your thoughts are on it. Take care for now, everybody.